My roommate's boyfriend thought he ran the apartment. He didn't. It started small. Travis would come over on weekends to see my roommate Molly. Fine, normal boyfriend stuff. But then weekends became weekdays. Weekdays became every single day. He never officially moved in. He just stopped leaving. His PlayStation appeared in the living room. His protein powder took over the kitchen counter. His shoes were everywhere. I'd come home from work exhausted and find him sprawled across the entire couch watching TV like he paid rent. He didn't pay rent. He didn't pay anything. I brought it up to Molly once. Hey, is Travis contributing to utilities? He's here literally all the time. She got defensive immediately. He's going through a rough patch. His roommates kicked him out. He just needs somewhere to crash for a bit. That was 3 months ago. Travis started acting like he owned the place. He'd eat my food without asking. He'd use my shampoo. He'd leave his dirty dishes in the sink for days, expecting someone else to clean them. When I asked him to wash his own plates, he laughed and said, "Relax, it's not that serious." Then he crossed a line. I came home one Friday night to find my parking spot taken by Travis's car. I had to park 2 blocks away in the dark because this man who paid $0 in rent decided my assigned spot was his now. I walked into the apartment ready to say something. Travis was on the couch with 3 of his friends. They'd moved my furniture around. There were beer cans everywhere. Someone was in my chair. "What's going on here?" I asked. Travis didn't even look at me. "We're having a guys' night." Molly said it was cool. Molly wasn't even home. She was working late. I went to my room and sat on my bed shaking with anger. I could hear them laughing through the walls, hear them going through the fridge, hear them treating my home like their personal hangout spot. I texted Molly, "Did you tell Travis he could have people over tonight?" She replied 20 minutes later. He asked if his friend could stop by. Why? One friend had turned into 4. Stopping by had turned into a full party. That's when I decided Travis needed to learn something important about whose name was actually on the lease. The next morning I waited until Travis went to shower. Then I gathered every single item of his in the apartment. The PlayStation, the clothes, the protein powder, the shoes, everything. I put it all in garbage bags and placed them neatly outside the apartment door. Then I changed the Wi-Fi password. Travis came out of the bathroom in a towel and immediately noticed the empty living room. "Where's my stuff?" "Outside." I didn't look up from my coffee. "What do you mean outside?" "I mean your belongings are in the hallway. You don't live here. You've never lived here. Your name isn't on the lease and you don't pay rent." His face turned red. "You can't just throw my stuff out." "I can actually. I checked with the building manager this morning. You're not a tenant. You're a guest who overstayed his welcome." Molly's gonna be pissed. Molly can be pissed. But unless she wants to cover your share of utilities for the past 3 months, she can also have this conversation with the landlord about unauthorized occupants. Travis stood there dripping water onto the floor. He looked at me like he was trying to figure out if I was bluffing. I wasn't. He grabbed his phone and called Molly. Started yelling about how her psycho roommate threw all his stuff into the hallway. I could hear Molly's voice through the speaker asking what he did. "What do you mean, what did I do?" he shouted. "She's the crazy one." "Travis," she said slowly. "Did you have people over last night?" Silence. "Did you take her parking spot again?" More silence. "I told you to stop doing that stuff." She sounded exhausted. "I told you." She was getting annoyed. Travis hung up without saying goodbye. He stood in the middle of the living room, still in his towel, looking at me with pure hatred. "This isn't over." "Actually, it is." I smiled. "The building manager is doing a lease compliance check next week. If you're still sleeping here, Molly and I both get evicted. So either you find somewhere else to crash, or we all end up homeless." He moved out that afternoon. Molly didn't talk to me for 2 weeks. Then she came home one night and sat down across from me. "I'm sorry," she said quietly. "I didn't realize how bad it had gotten." He was different when we first started dating. They broke up a month later. Turns out Travis had been crashing at his ex-girlfriend's place the whole time he was dating Molly, running the same routine, eating her food, taking her parking spot, acting like he owned the place. She threw his stuff out too.